People say a single moment can change your entire life. For Emma Carter, that moment happened in a crowded cafe on a rainy Thursday afternoon. If only she knew that the stranger sitting across from her, nervously stirring his coffee, was about to flip her world upside down and pull her into a love story that no one would believe was real. Viewers, make sure to watch till the end, because the twist in this story will warm your heart and remind you why love finds us when we least expect it. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe, because more incredible stories like this are coming your way. Emma Carter's life had never been the kind that attracted fairy tales. She worked double shifts at a cozy bakery in the small town of Brookside just to handle overdue bills and support her younger brother Evan. Her father had passed away a year ago, and her mother was still struggling to recover from the emotional shock. Emma had learned to be strong, to smile through exhaustion, and to believe that ordinary girls like her did not get swept into magical romances. Her world was simple: work, home, and caring for her family. She had dreams, of course. Dreams of love and travel and laughter. Dreams of being noticed, appreciated, cherished. Dreams that felt too big for her life. So when her cheerful best friend Lily insisted she needed to go on a date and created a profile for her on a popular dating app, Emma laughed it off. She assumed it was a joke. Then the message came. A polite introduction from someone named Adrian. He was charming, funny, and strangely interested in her. The profile picture looked like a magazine model, tall, unbelievably handsome, a smile so confident it almost intimidated her. Emma rolled her eyes, certain he was either a catfish or someone playing a prank on a poor girl trying to survive life. She responded with short answers, ready to expose the lie. Yet every message he sent felt genuine. He asked real questions about her, not superficial flattery. He seemed to listen, to care. Before she could stop herself, she formed a connection. When he asked to meet in person at the newly opened cafe downtown, Emma hesitated. Lily encouraged her, telling her she deserved one evening to feel special. Emma stepped into the cafe that afternoon, expecting to find an empty chair or someone secretly recording a prank for social media. Instead, she saw a man standing as soon as she entered. He looked exactly like the pictures. Adrian. He looked nervous, adjusting his jacket, running his fingers through his dark hair. Nothing about him seemed fake. "Emma?" he asked with a gentle smile. She almost forgot how to breathe. She sat down, convinced the catch would reveal itself soon. As they talked, Emma found herself laughing, smiling, even forgetting the weight of her responsibilities. Adrian listened to every word as if she were the only person in the universe. She enjoyed herself but kept telling her heart not to jump. Handsome men with expensive watches did not date bakery workers struggling to pay rent. Then Emma noticed something strange. People in the cafe kept glancing their way. Whispers traveled. Phones rose, snapping secret photos. A sudden hush fell over the room. Emma's pulse raced. She leaned forward and whispered, "Why is everyone staring at you?" Adrian froze. He exhaled slowly, as if this moment haunted him. "Emma, there is something you should know." Before he could finish, a group of young women gathered near the counter, pointing toward him with excitement. One of them squealed, "That's Adrian Hale, the Billionaire tech CEO." The cafe erupted into chaos. Cameras clicked. Someone live-streamed. Adrian sighed and rubbed the bridge of his nose with embarrassment. Emma's heart sank. Her worst fear had come true. The perfect man was not real at all. He lived in a world she could never touch. She felt foolish for believing, even for 1 second, that someone like him would choose someone like her. She stood up, grabbing her coat. I knew this was too good to be true. Adrian immediately stood as well, reaching out but not touching her. "Emma, please. I did not mean to hide who I am. I just wanted someone to know me for me, not my money." His voice was honest, but her insecurities were louder. She rushed outside and disappeared into the rain. Adrian stood helplessly, watching the woman he cared about slip out of his reach. Days passed. Emma tried to forget. She drowned herself in work, pretending her heart did not hurt. Yet each time she folded pastries or wiped counters, she remembered his laughter, his sincerity, his eyes searching hers like she was someone worth knowing. The ache did not fade. Adrian tried everything to reach her: calls, messages, visits to the bakery. She refused to see him, afraid of the pain he represented. What could she offer someone who owned the world? One evening, just as Emma prepared to close the bakery, she heard hurried footsteps. She turned to see Adrian standing there, soaked from rain again, catching his breath. His eyes spoke of longing and frustration. "Please, Emma. Just listen," he pleaded, his voice raw. "You think I want perfection? I have spent my life surrounded by things money can buy. Yet none of it means anything when I wake up alone. You talk to me like I mattered as a person, not as a brand. You made me feel normal. You made me feel seen." Her voice shook. "You deserve someone who fits your world. I struggle to afford groceries. How can I ever belong in your life?" Adrian stepped closer. "I do not want someone to fit my world. I want someone to shape it with me." Tears filled her eyes. She had never felt so vulnerable. "I am scared," she whispered. "So am I," he said softly. He held out his hand. "Give me one chance. Let us explore this together." This time, she did not walk away. Their love grew quickly yet sincerely. Adrian visited the bakery each morning, not as a billionaire making grand gestures but as a man who cherished the woman behind the counter. Emma learned that his success did not protect him from loneliness or fear. Adrian learned that Emma's strength and kindness were worth more than any business empire. Evan adored him, and Emma's mother admired how gently he supported their family. For the first time in years, laughter returned to their home. However, not everyone supported their relationship. Adrian's own world judged Emma harshly. Gossip spread through headlines: "Billionaire dating average girl." Fashion critics mocked her clothes. Socialites whispered that she was after his money. Emma felt crushed, retreating into silence at events where she felt like an outsider. Adrian always defended her, but the pain remained. One night, Emma told him she needed space. "Your world is too loud," she confessed. "I cannot keep proving my worth to people who will never accept me." Adrian refused to let fear steal their future. He spent the entire night planning something that would change everything. The next morning, he led Emma back to the cafe where they first met. Cameras were already there, but this time they were invited. The cafe was decorated beautifully with white roses. The people seated were not strangers but Emma's mother, Evan, Lily, and Adrian's closest friends who genuinely admired Emma. The owner played soft romantic music as the entire place fell quiet. Emma stood speechless, overwhelmed. Adrian looked nervous again, just like the first day. He took a deep breath, dropped to one knee, and held out a small velvet box. His voice wavered with emotion. "Emma Carter, you taught me what real love feels like. You showed me joy that no amount of money could ever buy. You gave my heart a home. I do not want a world where you are not beside me. Will you marry me?" Emma's tears streamed freely. She saw not the billionaire tech genius but the man who showed up in storms just to win her heart. She looked around at the faces full of love and support. She realized the world might judge her, but love had chosen her anyway. "Yes," she breathed. "Yes, I will marry you." The cafe erupted into cheers. Adrian slipped the ring onto her finger, and they kissed as the world captured a love story that everyone thought impossible. Their engagement became global news. This time, the narrative was different. People praised Emma's humility and the authenticity of their bond. The negativity lost its power, drowned by admiration and hope. Emma did not quit her bakery job immediately. She believed in hard work and grounded values. Adrian respected her independence, supporting her dreams without taking them over. Together, they slowly merged their worlds while holding tight to what made their love genuine. The wedding came months later, intimate and heartfelt. Evan walked his sister down the aisle as their mother cried joyful tears. Adrian looked at Emma as if she were the greatest wonder he had ever seen. Their vows reflected not perfection but commitment. They promised to fight for each other, to lift each other up, and to never forget the day love surprised them both. Emma's life changed drastically. She traveled, experienced luxury, and built a charitable foundation for struggling families like her own. She remained humble, always remembering the girl who once believed love was too far from her reach. The story of Emma and Adrian spread everywhere, inspiring millions. It reminded the world that love does not follow rules. It does not check bank balances or social class. Love appears where hearts are brave enough to hope. So if you are watching this, remember, your worth is not defined by what you own, but by the kindness you give and the courage you carry. Do not stop believing in miracles. The most beautiful chapters of your life might be just one unexpected moment away.